You, Mr. Avinash Chand. You speak English? You are in front of me now because you're what?
He's wanted out of Denver, Colorado, my understanding.
Okay, you want a bond?
Yes,
Okay, so the reason we brought you out here now is because...
All right, pause for a second. This isn't just a random guy hauled into court. Mr. Chun is wanted out of another state, meaning we're dealing with a fugitive case. The judge's job right now isn't to decide guilt. It's to figure out whether this man deserves a bond or should stay locked up until Colorado takes over. Stakes? Very hot.
Because your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've never met you before. I don't even know why you're wanted. But a couple things. Number one, and my main concern is public safety. Number two, my other concern is if we set you a bond, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction that you wanted from? I don't know. Let's get to know you. So, Day, tell me about it.
So it's 10 pages, and I'm trying to read as fast as possible, but my information's limited. It's regarding a
10
negligent...
pages of criminal history?
No, sorry. The affidavit for the probable cause. I just received it as he was being brought up, and so I'm reading this in real time. But
Going to take more time?
Well,
Did you catch that? The prosecutor is literally reading the case in real time. That's how fresh or chaotic this situation is. They're piecing this case together on the spot, and what's inside those pages could decide whether this man walks out tonight or gets shipped straight to Colorado.
I know you have to go to court 3. I can supplement after the original approach, but the warrant was issued out on December 25th, so on Christmas, for negligent bodily injury. I'm reading the probable cause. There was a well-being check request on December 16th, where this defendant was in care of 2 individuals, and his negligent care was sufficient enough that when they investigated, they believed the children required or could have had sustained infection, required amputation, or even death. And they found dried blood. They found, it's reddish brown stains on items behind the bedroom door. It goes on for some time, but it's generally sort of disarray and injuries all over, malnourishment. But I spoke with the demanding jurisdiction, and they are requesting him be held at no bond until he is returned to the... They do want him, and if the court...
If there's only 1 count or 2 counts?
I think there's 2, but they're under 2 different statutes. When I run the the warrant from Colorado, it looks like he's being charged under 2 different statutes. But because I just got the information, I don't have the charging instrument.
Is it negligent homicide or is it negligent?
They're not dead, but it's...
This is where it gets dark fast. The judge just heard that the alleged victims were 2 special needs adults found in horrifying conditions: bloodstains, malnourishment, infection risks. Even though no one died, the description alone could make any judge think twice before granting bond. Public safety isn't just a checkbox here. It's the whole case.
That the possibility, just because of the despondent state of the living conditions, the 2 at-risk individuals.
Minor children?
Caregiving center operated at the residence.
Which is special needs.
Looks to go on some time. Text from November 25th. Oh, here we go. It's 2 adult males with intellectual developmental disabilities. And so vulnerable complainants. And I believe one of the arguments that counsel was bringing for him to obtain a bond was that he takes care of autistic individuals, and obviously him being charged with these felonies, or even 1 felony of vulnerable individuals, becomes a public safety risk by the nature of what's already happened. And so with it being over a month, and with the conditions of children being, like I said, almost amputation or death, and I can go further into
Any prior criminal history?
No, Your Honor. But the fact that it was for such a long time and due to their state, and so I'm not sure if they were at a point in their condition, like physical or medical condition, is that they were unable to leave. Obviously, that'd be more akin to constructive kidnapping, but I don't know yet because again, I'm still reading through it.
Constructive kidnapping.
Well, just because if he's malnourished them or deprived them to a point where they're unable to physically capably leave. The well-being check started in November, but I don't think they did a wellness check until December 15th. Again, I don't know. I'm just reading parts of it. And so I don't know to the extent of it before law enforcement was notified.
Yes, Judge. So a couple of things first. This case is from Adams County, Colorado. My understanding is that my client was in Sydney, Australia when this warrant came through. He was in Sydney on the day that December 25th when the warrant came through. He came back to go back to his hometown, and during that period, the warrant came through and he got picked up. So this.
Oh, I was wondering why he's here in Houston. Are you telling me that he had a flight connecting to
So my
Denver?
understanding is there's no direct flight from Denver to Sydney, so he had to come through Houston. And so on the way out there, the warrant was not issued. And while he's over there, the warrant's issued. He's coming back. He gets picked up for it here in Houston. Now, it's a charge. We went through a whole bunch of stuff. This isn't probable cause court. All that stuff is in Colorado. That's not here. Here we're talking about a fugitive case, public safety, and whether or not he's going to turn himself into the demanded jurisdiction. So a lot of public safety talk has been going on. If he were over there and we're talking about public safety, it would be rectified by just saying, go talk to whoever is playing witness, right? And so that's.
Now the defense flips the script. He says, my client didn't run. He came back. That's a clever play. Because in extradition hearings like this, the main question isn't what did he do? It's will he show up in the other state's court? If the judge believes he's trustworthy, he might get bond. But after those disturbing allegations, that's a tough sell.
Jurisdiction that has the authority to do that. Here we're just trying to see if he's going to go answer for this charge. He hasn't been running from anyone. He got picked up immediately after he came back into the United States. He's not a flight risk. He came back into town. He didn't know this was out there, and so he hasn't been running. He hasn't had an opportunity to avail himself to Colorado. He hasn't messed up in your court. He's got no criminal history. He's got a family that supports him, that's willing to post a bond for him. He's got skin in the game if you allow him to go turn himself in.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just reading the kidnapping part. It says, asked if they were allowed to leave the basement. She stated no. Regarding the targets, asked them to go back downstairs when they come up.
Again, Judge, this stuff is irrelevant to whether or not he's going to go turn himself in, whether or not he's been on the run, whether or not he even knew of these charges. If he needs to answer for that, he can't answer for it here in front of you. He can't argue against it here. That's in Colorado.
So part of what I'm trying to figure out is if they've notified him regarding this this warrant, and obviously that's going to play a part. If he was notified to return himself and then he went to Australia, obviously I'm going to have a few more questions.
You want to like pass it for just maybe 5-10 minutes and take a look?
Yes, Judge.
Do that. Because I've got a couple things to do here, and it looks like he doesn't have all the questions answered. Give me just maybe like 5-10 minutes. We can come back and reconvene so that you know exactly, because if I set him a bond, I want you to be absolutely sure of both of you guys.
Thank you,
Please.
Judge.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You